What up, what up? This is Ace OG. Back into the video. So the title of this video is gonna be human beings are trash. So admin notes, thanks again, subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the video out, give you leverage to better yourselves. So let's get into it. So why do I say that human beings are trash? So yesterday, which I know some folks probably watching the video days from now, weeks from now, months from now, years from now. But yesterday, as of recording this video, I recorded a video talking about the port strike on the East Coast, where all these longshoremen are striking because they want high wages. They don't want their job taken away through automation, meaning that they don't want AI and robots to take over some of the jobs that they have. And I think some other things that I think this new contract that they reviewed said did not stand up to their standards as far as like what they should be compensated. So you got literally the whole East Coast shut down as far as ports are concerned. So nothing is being moved, no products are being moved, none of that. And it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like they say that, you know, I watched a couple of news castings about this, and they say that for every single day that the ports are shut down, it takes like a week and a half for I guess the rhythm to pick back up, basically, like because you know everything has a I guess deadlines and all these other things, right? So I guess it backs them up like a week and a half as far as like shipping product out and offloading cargo, putting cargo back on the ships, all these things. For every single day that it closed, that happens. Today is day 3. So do the math on that one, right? So at the very least, if they were to end the strike today and you know and come to an agreement, there's still going to be some after effects as far as like grocery store shelves, you know, going to Walmart, Target, all these other things. There's going to be some issues when it comes to products being there. And it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? To give you some perspective as far as, you know, how I think, you know, the views on this topic is kind of lopsided to a certain degree. I had mentioned in that video yesterday that longshoremen are paid a lot of money, right? As far as our standards today in 2024. And, you know, I kind of knew what the starting pay was, but it had been some years since I had, like, you know, asked somebody about it or whatever. So I wasn't going to like put out like crazy numbers and be called out on it, right? But I did some research, and your average longshoreman can expect to make at the very least between $80,000 to $90,000 a year. I'm gonna say that again. Your average longshoreman that comes on can expect to be paid between $80,000 to $90,000 a year. Now I'm not saying they're guaranteed that pay, because I'm not exactly sure how, because I'm not a longshoreman. You know, so I don't know exactly like how the entry level is to a certain degree. But they said that for the most part, like that could be a feasible goal to start off with that pay. Now let me put this in perspective. So when I retired from the Army in 2018, I had 20 years of military experience. 14 out of that 20, I was an IT professional, right? Working with computers. So I had 14 years of IT experience. And I had 2 industrial certs in IT. 2 industrial certs that actually were worth a lot of money, right? On the outside. As far as like contracts and jobs that need these people to have these certs. Because there are a lot of IT jobs that you cannot get unless you have an industrial cert. And these industrial certs sometimes can cost between $500 to $2,000 to actually get. Basically, I mean, I'm talking about you paying for the test to take it. So if you fail that test, that means you lost $500. You lost $2 grand if you failed that test. That's how real IT certs are, y'all. And on top of that, I had a government clearance. And my first job out of the Army, with all of that, was 92 grand. That's what I started off at when I first got out of the Army, at 92 grand. Now I had all of that, right? All that experience, you know, all the accolades. I got 92,000. You got convicted felons. They can be a longshoreman and still start off with that pay, 80 to 90,000. Now I'm not exactly sure how things work when it comes to that. It might be a certain amount of time since the felony happened. It may be need to be a certain amount of time since they've been to jail, and it could be based off what kind of felony it is. But there are convicted felons on those shipyards making 6 figures, y'all. There are folks on that shipyard that don't even got a damn high school diploma and making 6 figures. So that's the reason why I say that the sentiment between, folks that are not on the shipyard and folks that are actually working in the shipyard is kind of flip-flopped a little bit, right? Because it's like, I'm all for having strikes and getting what you deserve, but you do understand that you're supposed to ask for a 77% pay raise. Like I said, get what you get. I'm not hating on them at all, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying folks on the outside looking in are not taking kind to that, you know what I'm saying? It's like the economy is in a tank right now, so you mean to tell me you already making 6 figures, you want a 77% increase? That's crazy. But when you look at inflation, you look at what the dangers are on the shipyard. I want to say yesterday I actually saw I read an article where it was an article. It was a newscasting. Newscasting said that 14 people died on shipyards last year. Now, some folks may think that's a small number. But think about it. This is a normal job, right? This is not necessarily a 9-to-5 job, but this is a job that folks work. They get up in the morning, they eat breakfast, they get to work, and they go home. And 14 people in that job trade died. They went to work and they did not come home because of how dangerous it is. I said that in the video yesterday. Being a longshoreman is extremely dangerous. So that's one of the main reasons why they get paid so much. So, not to go on a tangent when it comes to this or whatever, but one of the reasons why I say that human beings are trash, because I wanted to give a backdrop as far as like how I'm gonna explain this video. I'm gonna take maybe like 2 or 3 minutes to actually give you the gist of the video. So yesterday, I was talking to my wife, and I was like, we need to go and do some shopping because I'm not exactly sure how things are going to pan out when it comes to the shipping and all those other things. And she said, oh yeah, I already got one of my girlfriends to say she went to Costco, and the line was out, literally all the way to the back of the Costco, and folks are fighting in there. This is my wife told me yesterday. Said folks are fighting in there. She said her girlfriend that was in the line, some lady came up to her while she was in line, looked into her cart and said, why you got all that? And she was talking about the toilet paper that she had in her grocery cart. It's funny, but it's not funny. So a random lady comes up to you in Costco, looks inside your cart and asks you why you got that much toilet paper. So I guess she's trying to say that, because all these folks was actually like grabbing, toilet paper by the reams, right? Pause. She's like, why you got so much toilet paper? Like, I guess she was trying to police the toilet paper. Shit. I mean no harm, y'all, but I'm so glad it wasn't my wife. I don't think that would have went over too well. I don't think that went over too well. My wife, I'm telling you, what I'm saying? Like, my wife ain't nothing to play with. She ain't nothing to play with, I'm telling you. So, man. But this is what I mean by human beings are trash, because this feels like the pandemic all over again. If anybody that's an adult right now, they remembers 2020 and how things were when we was going to Costco and Target and Walmart and be going inside there, and literally the shelves are completely bare, right? Because everything shut down, nothing was being moved, truckers couldn't move cargo, all these other things, and literally stuff started running out by the shelves. And you couldn't get damn toilet paper for like months, you know what I'm saying? Because all these folks went in there and grabbed all the toilet paper at one time. We talking folks that had 10 to 15 reams of toilet paper. Reams meaning that, like, I want to say the ones at Costco, I think hold, 18 rolls, I think. 18 to 24 rolls of toilet paper in the ones in Costco. And they were getting like packages of those, right? Just going out the store. And they was trying to resell them on Amazon, but Amazon caught hold of that and put an end to that. So they wound up spending like almost a G on toilet paper and couldn't even sell it online. That's what they get. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, y'all, where's the compassion? Where's the respect? You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to the store thinking that everything's gonna be, bare, and you try to buy up the whole store, and you're not taking into consideration anybody else. Like, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, the port shut down on, let me see, hold on the 1st. So that was Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. So we're talking yesterday, the 2nd, when this happened. So the very next day after the ports closed, you got folks going into these stores, literally fighting over toilet paper, paper towels, meat paws, all these other things. You know what I'm saying? Because they so scared and fearful that they're gonna run out of stuff. Like, come on now. You really gonna put your hands on me on some damn toilet paper? I wish you would, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's not a threat, you know what I'm saying? That's a promise. Man, human beings are trash, y'all. Like, oh my goodness. I couldn't believe what my wife told me that. You know what I'm saying? That literally felt like, as soon as she said that, I was like, pandemic. Like, that's exactly what it came in my mind, because that's exactly what happened during the pandemic. Folks were getting ignorant, they were getting irresponsible, they were getting selfish, and they just literally trying to buy up every single thing, just fighting and pushing all these other things. I mean, it's a good thing I stopped up on some things, but I mean, come on now, y'all. This is crazy, and I'm telling you, if you keep watching the news over the next couple of days, if these ports are open, you're gonna see some articles and some newscasts of folks acting a fool. I'm telling you, y'all need to watch yourselves for real. I ain't even gonna front. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, get it together, y'all, because I'm telling you, folks are gonna start acting stupid. People are gonna start acting stupid because human beings are trash. All right. So let me just start. My goodness. So when we discuss the topic that you think is beneficial to the channel, email me at findingfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. Say so, G, signing out. I'm gone.